Hey, what's up guys? So today we're going to talk about the 5 best jobs and 5 best ways to make money as a teenager or young adult. But first, please smash that like button. It helps us rank higher with the YouTube algorithm. But we're just going to jump right into it. The first thing I would suggest someone do as an 18-year-old or above, because you do have to be 18 to do this, is DoorDash. It is a great way to make $15 to $30 an hour depending on where you live and what kind of surge is going on. It's also a pretty easy job physically because you're just driving a car. The only downsides I would say is the wear and tear in your vehicle and the fact that you do have to be 18. And the only other downside is that you really don't get a lot of social interaction. So if that's something you're looking for, a part of your job, that wouldn't work that well. But the pay for the amount of work you're doing is pretty great. So we'll move on to the next thing, which is waiter or waitress. This is something I personally did when I was 15. I started as a busboy when I was 15 and worked my way up to waiter. And I did that for about a year and then actually worked at the same place again about a year later for another year. So that was a pretty good experience because again, I was making roughly between $15 and $25 an hour. Some of like the really slow times, because the only problem with being a waiter or waitress is when you're slow, you're only making like $4 an hour at some places. So for me personally, I wasn't really making a whole lot when we were really slow, but sometimes when you have 6 or 7 tables and it's a really busy Friday night, you could end up making $30 or $40 per hour. So it can really be an incredibly lucrative job. And the nice thing about it is the harder you work and the nicer you are to people, and the more you go out of your way to make sure they have a good experience, generally speaking, the more tips you will get. Also, knowing a little bit about everything helps. So being able to talk sports with guys or being able to, talk about whatever with almost anyone can really be valuable. You don't have to know a lot about everything. You just have to know a little bit about everything. That's a great way to think of it. So moving on, that's the second tip. Again, if you're 15, 16, 17, that's a great and perfect job for you. Moving on from that, this is something I still do every day, is eBay and reselling. So with eBay, obviously you need to get merchandise. You can always start with what's in your house, and I actually have a video on that, so check that out on my channel. It's the 5 most underrated things to sell on eBay. But you can actually get started within your own house, and outside of that, as soon as you sell everything that you don't want anymore in your own house, you can go to garage sales, flea markets, local auctions, and I'll put up more videos in the future about kind of how to go about that. But garage sales are a great place to start as a young person. You can go to garage sales with your family or even by yourself if you're old enough, and go there and use your eBay app, use Google and look stuff up, and you'll find underpriced items that you can relist for a profit online. People do it every single day. Some people make a living with it. Personally, I used to do it for my living. Now I have my own auction site. But again, eBay, reselling, amazing things. There's also platforms like Mercari. You can use things like Facebook, which is going to be kind of the next tip here, but also like Poshmark, all kinds of different sites like that. So again, we'll have more future videos about that. So moving on, this is a little bit more of a niche one, is local buy-sell trade groups, which are mostly on Facebook, but I'm sure you could sell it on sites like Letgo, Craigslist, things like that. The only thing is you want to be careful that you're not getting, because obviously a lot of times you'll have to meet the person face to face. So definitely bring people with you anytime you're selling things in person. But what I would recommend doing here is local buy-sell trade is doing just furniture. So going to local auctions specifically, especially public ones, and buying all of the furniture they have. This is specific if you have a truck or a van or something you could transport it with. Anytime, a lot of times when dressers, end tables, dining sets, all of this stuff goes at auction really cheap. So you might be able to pick a dining room setup for, let's say $50 at a local auction, and you might be able to sell it on Facebook for $400, and that would be a $350 profit. And for a lot of you, that would be enough money to last you a week or 2 weeks or 3 weeks even. And so I would definitely recommend thinking about doing that also. So the next and final tip I have for you, number 5, is doing sales. And what I mean by this is you don't necessarily have to go get a sales job, but what a lot of places like construction companies, especially ones that work in like insurance restoration, and all types of different businesses like that, they're always looking for motivated younger individuals to go knock doors. And it's not like the most like fun job, because you have to go knock random strangers' doors, and it could be mildly risky. So you definitely want to be careful with it and make sure you talk to your parents and understand the risk and everything, and make sure you kind of work with the company to make sure they have all the licenses is necessary to do so, of course. But I personally did this also when I was younger, and I was able to make, and I only did it for 2 weeks. So it was kind of, it's a tough job, but I made, in 2 weeks, I made $2,400, enough to buy my first car, which was enough for me at that age. I was happy with what I got there. So just another thing to think about. These are opportunities for you guys. I will be doing future videos on how to make money as a younger adult, but these 5 right here are great opportunities. So if you guys have any questions or have any other ideas on what you guys could be doing and help each other out, put them down below. I'd love to hear from you. Out of the 5, which is the one that you are more likely to do? Please let me know down below also. And if you can, please, again, smash that like button, subscribe to the channel because we put out all kinds of content that will help you guys. And if you turn on your notifications, we constantly do giveaways, and some of them are limited. So if you turn on the notifications, you'll get an alert every time we post a video. And if it says giveaway in the title, make sure you click it and watch it and do whatever we say so you can get a chance to win. I have a giveaway running right now. It's a $25 eBay gift card, and go check that video out. That is just about to go off as soon as we hit 3,000 subscribers. So with that, that's about all I got for you guys. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys next time.